From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, January the 18th, 2024. The IDF said today that it destroyed Hamas's central rocket and weapon manufacturing industrial zone in the central Gaza Strip, including a massive terror tunnel network beneath it. The IDF said Israeli troops exposed and destroyed the heart of the Hamas munitions manufacturing industry. Medications designated for the hostages abducted on October the 7th and still being held in Gaza entered the Gaza Strip, but it is still unclear how they will get to the hostages and who will deliver those medicines. A Hamas official had reportedly said that would be the International Committee of the Red Cross. However, the Red Cross said in a statement that while it initiated the dialogue between the parties that led to the agreement, the mechanism that was agreed to does not involve the ICRC playing any part in its implementation, including the delivery of medication. The fate of the hostages was a topic brought front and center by Jews and Israelis at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland today, where for the first time a group of hostages released from captivity in Gaza met with UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. The Times of Israel cited the Hostages and Missing Families Forum, saying Guterres reiterated in the meeting held on the sidelines of the Davos conference that he is calling again for the immediate release of all the remaining hostages, and pulled a solidarity dog tag out of his pocket to show the group, saying the dog tag is in the right pocket of my coat where my hand normally is, and I take it with me everywhere to remember the hostages at every moment. U.S. Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff took part in a panel on anti-Semitism at the World Gathering today, together with CEO of the Anti-Defamation League, Jonathan Greenblatt, Israel's First Lady Michal Herzog, and Rabbi David Rosen. Emhoff spoke of how American Jews felt and feel in the aftermath of Hamas's onslaught of October the 7th and the subsequent sharp rise in anti-Semitism.
We kind of saw who our friends were and who our friends weren't, and there were too many in the weren't category, some who we thought were friends, and just shocking. So it's that feeling of like just being unmoored. And I've spoken to so many groups, and again, it's I feel alone and hated, and I've never, ever, ever felt this way.
Emhoff said the answer was coalition building, that this fight cannot be won alone. Israel's President Isaac Herzog, in conversation in Davos, was asked how the war in Gaza will end and about prospects for peace with the Palestinians, to which Herzog answered that Israelis were, at the moment, most worried for their survival.
But if you ask an average Israeli now about his mental or her mental state, nobody in his right mind is willing now to think about what will be the solution of the peace agreements, because everybody wants to know, can we be promised real safety in the future? Every Israeli wants to know that he will not be attacked in the same way from north or south. But the truth is that we are fighting a war for the entire universe, for the free world.
And regarding the hostages, Herzog noted that today is the first birthday of Kfir Bibas, abducted along with his 4-year-old brother Ariel and parents Shiri and Yarden, and still captive in Gaza. Herzog urging the world to do everything it can to bring all of the hostages home.
And from here, this incredible world stage, I call upon the entire universe to work endlessly to free Kfir and all the hostages that are there, about 136 by now.
And people around the world marked Kfir's birthday, calling it the saddest birthday today, releasing orange balloons, which have come to symbolize the red-headed Kfir and Ariel. Israel's foreign ministry asking people around the world to share Kfir's story with the hashtag Kfir1Year to raise awareness for Kfir and for all of the hostages, and echoing the call to bring them all home now. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Thursday, January the 18th. At 7 o'clock, a look at Israel's war with Hamas. with Aaron David Miller and Robert Siegel. At 8, it's a symposium on fighting fascism. At 9, Supreme Court justices are in the spotlight on L'chaim. At 10, a discussion on new regionalism in the Middle East and anti-Semitism with ISGAP's Uzi Rabi. And coming up next, I speak with Shany Granot-Lubaton, co-founder of the Hostages and Missing Families Forum. She discusses the unthinkable 100 days of captivity for the hostages in Gaza marked just this past Sunday, and the events that were held in tribute. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, January the 18th, 2024. I'm Teisha Bader. Am Yisrael Chai.